Greetings adventurers and welcome to A to B in Japan. So today I'm going to be getting a rider's review of the Leatt X-Frame hybrid knee braces. So if you're on the fence whether or not to get braces, or you've decided to get knee braces and you're not sure which ones to purchase, then definitely stick around. Hopefully this video will help inform your decision. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, so just a couple announcements here before I get into the actual review. You can go ahead and skip this and go straight to the review. I got chapters in here, so yeah, if you want to just go ahead and go straight to the review, go ahead and do that now. So I do apologize for kind of not really being able to release as many videos as I want. Lately, work has been insane at the university, so as soon as that kind of settles down a little bit, I'm hoping to get back into the production. Speaking of which, I do appreciate the amazing comments I got on my last video. Really awesome. I think it's kind of a watershed moment for me. I think I'm going to start shifting my channel towards that kind of storytelling, adventure kind of perspective. Of course, I will still do gear reviews when I get stuff, but I really enjoy making those stories for you guys, and I really hope you enjoy them. My goal is to show you a side of Japan that you're not really exposed to online or in YouTube, and kind of tell that story through the lens of adventure. So yeah, really looking forward to the future of this channel. Again, thank you. I'm nearing 500 subscribers in like 5 months, 6 months. That's pretty amazing. It's all thanks to you guys. I really appreciate it. Again, the goal of this channel is simply just to help you guys out. I've used YouTube for over 20 years and it's been such a help for me. I just feel like I want to give all that back. So definitely like and subscribe if you haven't already. Okay, let's go ahead and get into the review. Okay, so this is kind of a controversial topic. I totally get it. There's some of you guys that are like, don't need braces. I'm an adventurer rider. I don't do all this. Or there's some of you say all the gear all the time. You know, definitely why not get them if you can afford them? You know, definitely have that protection. It's better than, you know, just having knee guards. I'm not here, like this review is not here to make anyone feel bad or anything like that. It's not a statement on any of your purchasing decisions. All it is just simply to give you an idea of how I use these, why I decided to purchase them, and where I'm at. You can gauge what I say against your own riding style, your own you know, situation in life, and you know, just based on that, make a more informed decision. That's basically my hope with this video. So I eventually pulled the trigger because of two really important reasons. The first reason is just getting into some of the literature and reading about the research that's been done on off-road accidents. And the overwhelming majority of these accidents occur in the extremities, especially the lower extremities. So we're looking at knees and ankle sprains and things like that. And that's, you know, something definitely I'm concerned about, and that leads me to my second reason, which is I'm a lot older than you guys think, and it takes time for me to heal through these things. I had sprained my ankle a few years back, and it took a long time for me to heal. I was off the bike, I was off of everything. I was on crutches, I was in a wheelchair for a while because the bruising that I had incurred from that sprain was so bad. So that's really what pushed me over the fence to eventually just go with braces over knee guards. Now, what I've been using up until now are these Komine pants. They have kind of integrated pads all around. So this is basically the knee protection that you get. It's stitched into this fabric here, although there is quite a bit of shifting that occurs because these aren't really super duper tight. But I've been using these and they've done a great job. However, I just haven't felt like they've given me that ligament protection. They certainly give impact protection, but not that ligament protection. And then the other thing is these are a pain in the butt to put on and take off all the time. I have to take everything off in order to get these off. So when I'm done riding for the day, it adds an extra little step in there that I don't want to have to do. So once I made the decision to go with knee braces, then began the massive search for what kind of knee braces to buy. So I tried on all the braces. Like I went for pods, I tried pods on Mobius, a couple other different brands, kind of lesser known brands here in Japan. And they all just kind of felt like, this is weird. I feel like I've got like a robot on my leg. And that's the way they're gonna feel at first. But as I will explain later, you definitely will get used to these. The most important thing that you need to make sure to do though is to try these on at the store. Do not purchase these used online without having tried them first, because the comfort factor and the fit factor is huge. While these companies do design for the bell curve, for the average knee, all of them kind of have their tiny little fitments here and there that are different from each other. So definitely get into the store and try these on. That's eventually why I went to Leatt. Leatt fit my leg the best, and of course the price point is really, really good. Leatt offers some really, really good mid-range braces that just don't break the bank. As some of you know, you can go all the way up into the thousands of dollars for customized braces. Great if you want to spend that kind of money. I don't have that kind of money, so I just went with Leatt. So I tried on 2 of their braces. I tried the C-frame brace, which only has one of these hinges on the side, and then I tried these guys right here, the hybrid X-frame, and I also tried the non-hybrid X-frame. I did not like the C-frame, and that's just a personal thing for me, because if I were to get into a situation where I hyperextended my leg, I felt like a lot of pressure would be put on that inside leg without that hinge there. I know the way that the C-frame is designed, that it's designed to offset that and kind of cancel that out, so it's not a factor. However, just my feeling of having the brace on, I didn't really like it that much. But I wanted to try it on because I certainly wanted to be able to feel my bike, you know, pressing my knees against the bike. I wanted to feel my knees on the tank. Unfortunately, I just didn't feel very comfortable in those. So I went to the X-frame. I tried on the X-frame non-hybrid version. It's very, they're just huge. The knee pad like sticks way out when you bend over. And being an adventure rider, I sometimes wear kind of rugged civilian style personal pants. And I wanted to be able to get a pair of braces that would go underneath those pants. And these do. And that is because these are the hybrid version. And the hybrid version, what they do is they have separated the knee guard from the actual brace itself. And so, yeah, it just creates a really super low profile. Even when bending down, the kneecap doesn't stick out, it stays to your knee. The other reason why I decided to go with hybrid too is my idea is there are gonna be times where I'm just gonna go to the store. I'm not gonna be going off-road. And in those times, I'm not gonna wanna throw these guys on. So by purchasing the hybrid version, I have essentially 3 different tools. The first one is obviously the knee brace. I just flipped you guys off. Sorry about that. This is like so common in Japan, like they use this to count. Number 1, I use this as a knee brace for adventure riding, off-road riding. Number 2, I can remove the brace and just use the knee guards. So when I go to the store, they're great, they slip on real fast, you can slip them back off, no problem. And then number 3, I can use just the braces if I end up injuring my knees, as these are medically approved. Now, I don't know if they're medically approved in Japan, but I know that the United States have medically approved these braces for use as a knee brace for knee injuries. So at the store, unfortunately, I tried these on without the knee guards. And that was a big mistake. And I was just assuming that, you know, this would be the only part that would, you know, possibly hinder the knee brace. And obviously it's small enough, it's not gonna actually come into contact with these 2 pads here, which, you know, essentially are the most important parts of the brace. I was wrong because as you can see in here, there's this underlying kind of proprietary mesh padding that they put underneath this hard shell. And I don't know, maybe it's my knee. I think the shape of my knee is just really shallow. And so it made this part of the knee guard kind of stick down further than it should on my knee, which made it come into contact with here. And with knee braces, it's really important that all you have between your knee and the hinge is this pad. You don't want anything else in there because it will hinder the proper functioning of the brace. So I didn't find that out until I took these home and I tried on the knee guards with the brace. So what I did to fix that is I went in and basically just removed it, and I cut out, kind of marked it. I put it on my knee. I put the knee brace on and then basically just marked out where this little pad was coming into contact with the actual brace itself. And then I just went ahead and cut it out. Now, again, I don't know if this is the design of the knee guard or it's just the fact that my knee is shallow. I did measure it. I do have a size 38 knee, which fits a large size brace. So I don't know, that's just is what it is, I guess. So again, you guys, just make sure that you try these on with the actual knee guard itself too, to make sure that there's nothing in there hindering the proper functioning of this knee brace. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into the actual knee brace itself. So this is a 4-strap system. You can only see 3 straps on here because I do not use the 4th strap, as I will show you momentarily. That's because this fits very nicely in my Tech 7s. So you got really nice clear numbers for each strap. And of course, they have to be put on that order in order to make things go in properly. These are all adjustable. They have snap-in straps here for straps 1 and 2, and then for the 3rd strap up here, unfortunately, it's kind of hook and loop. It takes a little bit extra more time, but it's not that bad. It goes pretty quick. Really thick straps, super fat, very comfortable. I've never had any complaints. So just be sure to look at the sizing chart and make sure that you get the right size. Again, I have a size 38 knee circumference, and that is just barely good enough for this one. I could have gone a size up. However, if I had done so, I would have gotten the extra large. That would have added extra material. It would have been heavier, just bigger, bulkier, and less low profile. So I really wanted to get as low profile knee brace as possible. Now each size, so I think they have S, M, L, and XL. They all come with their own adjustable pads that will lay against your knees here. There's so many pads. I think there's at least a half dozen. Obviously with my knee just barely fitting this, I've got the lowest profile pad in here right now. And then in addition to these, you've got the padding throughout the entire brace. This can be all removed and washed if it gets all grimy and nasty. These are replaceable, I know that. I'm not sure if this is replaceable, maybe it is. But in any case, it's pretty rugged. I don't foresee any of this stuff getting too nasty. In any case, you can just wash it. So the other adjustable factor are the hinges themselves. You can see down in here, there are 2 kind of red tabs in there. Those can be removed and you can insert larger tabs that will change the angle where the brace stops. Mine is at a perfect 180 degrees right now. Works out good for me, it's not too bad. I may adjust that later as I ride more often. All right, so let's go ahead and put these on and see how they feel. Okay, so the first and most obvious is to put on the knee guard. And as you can see, the sleeve is integrated into the knee guard. So, compared to other knee braces, this is not an extra step because all other knee braces, well, for the most part, they all come with a sleeve that goes underneath to help prevent, the loss of blood circulation and also to provide some cooling. So this is not an extra step. It's just that the fact that the knee guard is integrated into the sleeve itself. These are replaceable. I don't know how much they are. The guy at the shop said that you can buy new ones if these get banged up, ripped up, or whatever. So just a few things to mention about fitting. So when you're trying these on at the store, and I'm sure the salesperson or whoever's going to help you out with this, but if they don't really know what they're talking about, they're not really motocross people, they don't know what braces are about. The most important thing with this fitment is you want to make sure that you cannot fit your fingers in there. Your fingers should not be able to go in there. This should be very tight to your knees. Not tight so it's uncomfortable, but tight enough that there's no movement at all. You cannot get your fingers in there. All right, so let's go ahead and get the strap 1 down. So simple as that. That took me less than a minute to get the whole brace on. Good to go, and it comes off just as easy, if not quicker. So let's go ahead and get these in the boots, and you can see what they look like with my Tech 7s. Okay, so you can see the 4th area, strap area, sits well within the boot there. It's almost like this was designed to be used with the Tech 7s. It just goes really nice, cleanly around the plastic area to provide that extra support. So really, that fourth strap is pretty unnecessary in my opinion. And again, if you use it, it just feels uncomfortable in there. So just really good support here. You know, I can press on my knee all day. Really, really nice. I particularly enjoy this combination. If you can bring your boots to the store, that's a really good idea, just because, you know, you want to make sure that it feels comfortable with your boots. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at a side view here. You guys can see just how little these stick out. Okay, so when I'm not off-road or I'm doing some light off-road stuff that doesn't really require a whole lot of protection, then I'll just run the knee guards by themselves just like this. And they stay in place pretty well. And they stay in place, praise. Oh my goodness, I just said they stay in place. You guys, I think I'm learning Japanese. They do stay in place, but just to make sure that they don't shift around while I'm riding, I use that fourth strap that I'm not using on the actual knee brace to keep everything in place. And it's great because these are actually designed, the thickness and the width of these are actually designed to make it so they reduce blood restriction. So yeah, just give it nice and tight right there at the top of the calf there, and it just locks everything in there and nothing shifts around, stays really, really, really good in place. So this is, I probably use this more often than I do the actual braces, to be honest, you guys. Okay, so let's go ahead and get on to my final impressions, kind of riding impression. So the final section of this review is my rider's review. So how do these things feel when you're actually on the bike? So one thing I was concerned about is the fact that I wouldn't have direct contact with the bike with my knees. And I was pleasantly surprised that actually I do prefer this than my bare knee. And that's because the pad here actually provides kind of a little bit of cushion between my knee and the bike and actually reduces fatigue on my knee. So I found that this actually is better. Really actually is not a huge issue. The riding pants I wear has leather that goes all the way down, so I'm still able to get that grip, but without the fatigue on my inner knee. Sometimes I'll get a little bit of bruising on my inner knee just because, you know, I've been riding for a long time. The other thing too is that it actually puts your knees out a little bit further from the bike, which opens your hips up. And actually I feel like my hips can actually move a little bit better when I've got these on. That said, I wouldn't want to be riding these things on the road for like 5 hours. If I were on an adventure and I was going to do some road riding and off-road riding, what I would do is take these off for the road riding, and then as soon as I got on off-road, I would get off the bike, throw these on real quick, do my off-roading, and then take them off when I got back on the road. But you know, to be honest with you guys, I really have gotten used to these and they haven't really been a huge issue for me. Again, I'm not shaming any of you guys out there that are not using knee braces or anything like that. It's totally a subjective decision here, it's up to you. I'm glad I made this decision, and I definitely highly recommend these for adventure riders given the low profile and the modular kind of ability with these to be functioning as knee guards as well as knee braces too. Okay guys, thanks for sticking around to the end here. I will see you all soon in another video here. I've got a couple other videos in the pipeline that I'm trying to edit out, so definitely stick around for those. And yeah, looking forward to the future here. This is 80 in Japan, out.